given persistent concerns about inflation, do you believe the Federal Reserve can achieve full employment? And by full employment, I mean anyone who wants to work and can work will have a job available to them.
First, thank you for that history. I didn't know that. So that's our goal. That's what we're working to do at all times. And I think, you know, we're never going to say we've accomplished that goal, but we've certainly made some progress.
I'll take that as a yes. Could a federal jobs guarantee succeed where the Federal Reserve has not? Yes or no?
That's a hard one to answer. You mean by, I don't know.
Guaranteeing a job. That's the history that I was providing. That anyone who wants to work and is able to work.
To fiscal
okay.
authorities on that.
So, Chairman Powell, by all indications, the U.S. economy has had output well below potential for 8 of the past 10 years, and for most of the decade prior. Is it true that most of that period has seen unemployment well above target, while we almost never seen inflation above target?
That is true.
Okay. So, meanwhile, black unemployment remains double that of white unemployment. Now, the Fed began raising rates in 2016, even though inflation was still below target. And when rates go up, unemployment tends to as well. Did the Fed consider how raising rates would disproportionately impact those who are already struggling to secure employment, like communities of color, individuals who were formerly incarcerated, our immigrant neighbors?
So I would say that unemployment has continued to go down quite significantly since we began to raise rates at the end of 2016, actually the end of 15.
But again, did the Fed consider how raising rates would disproportionately impact those who were already struggling to secure employment?
I think our consideration was really that the right thing to do was to get monetary policy back toward a place where it reflected an economy that had recovered quite a bit for the benefit of all people, including low and moderate income people, including minorities.
There are a lot of people still recovering. But in the interest of time, given that there have been no signs of the economy overheating since then, and you're now cutting rates, is it possible you began cutting rates too soon?
I think history will judge that. We have to make the decisions in real time. We really have learned something since then, and that is that unemployment can be lower than most people thought without inflation. So
bearing that in mind, knowing what you know, would you still have supported raising the interest rates when the Fed did?
I did support it then, and you know, hindsight's 20/20. I think you have to judge those decisions on what we knew at the time.
Would more Americans have jobs today if the Fed had not increased rates over the past 3 years?
I don't know. We're at a 50-year low. It's a fair question.